Hey yo, what's poppin'? I'm Chad. Welcome. It's Friday night, Comic Core Night Live. You know what? Let's dive right into the panel. We're waiting for one more guy. He's on his way. He got stuck at Taco Bell. But we'll start off with the eyebrow raising, toothpick throwing, step on the gas. He's gonna whoop your ass, Gulak.
Hey, what's going on? I guess I'm officially morphed into Drew Gulak now. So
Hey yo, what's poppin'? I'm Chad. Welcome. It's
So, nonetheless, I do want to get back into the chat before we begin. First one in the chat, we got Splash Page Comics. What's going on, Mr. White Glove? That says hello to all my friends. We've got a new person in the chat. His name's Vinny. He says he was just wasting time watching Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, I've dove down that rabbit hole before. Great show right there. Love me some Gordon Ramsay. Next up, we got Double S Comics Reader. He says, what up? Martin Lawrence from the 1990s sitcom. Next up, we got Comic G-Man. He says, you sold out of the viewer box. Big congratulations to you there. We'll get to him in a second. We got my first subscriber ever, Fish Tropic. How's it going, man? Glad you joined the chat. We've got Comic Book Gallery. Says first time here, just subscribe. Thank you for that, Comic Book Gallery. We appreciate that. We got Stacy Gillette. She says hi, Comic Book Gallery. Nice to have you in the chat. Next up, we've got Tom Cat. Who said Bueller had a great interview previously, so once again, we'll talk about all that in 1 minute here. We've got Big.
Our sound isn't
Sorry
working.
guys, the sound not working.
Nah, man, I've been rambling on for nothing. I'm gonna keep you a minute right so Chad figures it out. Cone Artist 1.
I can hear him, but not great. So let me see if I can go into the settings here.
Alright. I'm gonna keep rambling on until
It's 5 miles away.
Yeah, it's probably just my crappy audio. But we got Mr. Garrell in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Garrell? How's it going? And let's see, we got Stay Puft 1983. What is going on? I think that we got Mr. Great Legend Show. He says you're bald, Kurt Angle. I'm gonna point out that typo. Kurt Angle. There you go. And we got Jeffrey Comic-Con Ensign. What is going on, Jeffrey? So I guess we're just gonna keep this train rolling, see what happens. Nonetheless, first panel member I want to get to, we've got KATREN Figures. What is going on, guys?
Hi.
Hi, guys.
I have more of a voice this week, so yay!
And nobody can hear it, probably.
Probably not. I finally get my voice back.
How about now?
So, Chad, it sounds like the only people they can hear is, for the most part, you when you're talking. As far as all of us go, it sounds like we're just whispering in the wind or something. Fix it!
Next up, we got Midwest Comic Man Paul. What is going on, Paul?
Not too much. I was able to make it home through the nasty ass ice storm today, even though it took quite a bit longer. And it was fun. I tapped my brakes and slid about 200 yards. It was fun times. But I'm here, ready to go.
Awesome, Paul. You must have woke up the audio because everyone just started typing in better. So thank you for that, Paul. Great job. Next up, we got the man of the hour. He just did a great interview on his channel. He also sold like 7,000 Bueller boxes in 5 minutes or something like that. Nonetheless, Comics with Bueller. How's it going, man?
It's going good. Hopefully everybody can hear me, and if you can hear me fine, let me know in the chat. That way we know we're getting some good audio. And also let us know if you can hear Seawood and the rest of us as well, because I want to make sure that's all set up. And Chad's doing a great job. I mean, he's doing his best.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But yeah, I had a good time interviewing Ryan from the Comic Time 101. He's a good guy. I talked to him quite a bit, so I was very excited to have him on my last live stream of 2018. And like you said, the Bueller boxes sold out. And during the live podcast, it was a little over an hour, and all 66 boxes are gone. And now I have to do a lot of work and put them all together and ship them out. So I'm looking forward to a nice, fun weekend filled with that. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah, once again, that's a huge achievement, man. Congratulations. We got Comic Spectre. He says, OMG, those sexy voices are now here. Thank you, little 35-pound, 10-ounce baby Jesus in the manager. Okay.
Baby Jesus.
Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and by the way, big thanks to Chad for setting up the OBS stuff. The show's gonna look 10 times cooler than it has in the past. So big thumbs up to Chad. We got a chat like over here now, I think, or some direction like that. So that's pretty cool. We got banners up there right above my head. So
yeah, it's on awesome the side there. That's really cool. Yeah. And there's like stuff on top. Wow. Watch out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta watch my head. I might
2019. Shit. 2019, here we come.
But nonetheless, we'll go ahead and move on to picks of the week to start off. So, not much came out last week. I got to be honest. I bought one book. I paid $8 for it, and I never even read it. So, it's not my pick of the week. My pick of the week, I Can See You, Animal Man. I finished the omnibus. I don't want to spoil too much about it, though. But, man, this is the second time I've ever read the Grant Morrison run of Animal Man. And honestly, I think it was better the second time. That whole third act in this omnibus, it just completely messes with your head the whole time. It is really groundbreaking stuff from Grant Morrison in the late 80s and early 90s. So if you guys have not checked out Animal Man by Grant Morrison, I cannot recommend the story more. It might be top 5 all-time favorite comic stories for me after reading it the second time. So I definitely highly recommend this read. So, Kat, what you got this week?
Hi.
Hi.
So, like, I'm sure it was probably the same way for everyone else, but it was a very small week. And
I think like 8 books came out.
I ordered 5. 2 of them were variants, and 1 was a blank cover. But I didn't actually go to my local LCS, but I picked this up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's Cat Wars. It's a new calendar for my house. Yes, Star Wars meets cats. It's perfect.
I like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's perfect.
You have to roll the R's a little more.
I can't roll my R's. Can you do it? There you go. This is why we keep you around. It's just gonna be a stream of these two rolling R's at each other and making eyes.
It's gonna go on for half an hour, isn't it? Anyway,
Yes, it will.
we're gonna segue into our next panel. Paul, what's new this week?
Well, I read 1 book, so that's by default my pick of the week, and that would be Superior Spider-Man #1. Just your standard intro to the character, set up the series kind of deal, but I like the art. Story was decent, so it was pretty good. I'll go with that. Pick of the week.
Awesome. I thought about picking that up, but I was just like, haven't we seen like 3 or 4 Superior Spider-Man relaunches already, or is that just me?
Yeah, there have been. I mean, I had like 2 books that I was thinking of reading, and the other one was FF, and I'm like 65 pages. Fuck that. I don't got time.
Yeah, probably the better pick. Bueller, what you been reading this week, bud?
You know what? I didn't actually go to the comic shop because there wasn't any books, and I know as far as what was on my pull list, I think the Uncanny X-Men was probably the only book that was going to be in my box. So I skipped the comic shop, and I will get to it next week. But it did give me an opportunity to read a book I've been wanting to read, and so I show this on your live stream, Seawood, and this is the Headstrong by a local friend of mine, and I got to read them because last time when I showed them to you, I was just able to tell you what they look like and stuff. But I got to read them, and I really enjoyed it. I made me laugh multiple times, and it was a really fun book. So the good thing is he gave me a bunch of them to read, so I actually sat down and read all of them. But it's Headstrong. It's by a local artist and writer here in Portland, and I'm hoping that our live feed looks better because it was all black there for a minute. But I'm hoping that somebody sees these videos that I'm showing these books in and like, hey, you know what? I need to reach out to that dude, and we need to make it happen because these things are really cool. Anyway, Headstrong, that was my pick of the week.
I would like to make note of the fact that Bueller, who always gives me a hard time about not having a pick of the week and not having read anything for 2 weeks straight, has not read anything that came out this week. So
I am no good. I apologize
and I
to
had
Paul.
books read for those.
I know. I'm so proud of you. I mean, you're stepping up to the plate and you're hitting the ball out of the park, Paul. I appreciate it.
Well, I got to pick up your slack.
Apparently. So anyway,
He's stuffing
Like
Bueller
between the
boxes.
panel, we'll all read minimum 2 books a week. Between all
there
of
we
us.
go. There we go. Next week, man, I'm reading some books. It's gonna be a good week.
And next week,
Chad, how you doing over there, bud?
I'm good. I had a little mini panic when nobody could hear any voices, and then the screen went black, and then I got real nervous, and then I started crying, and like I started shaking really bad. And,
Chad needs a hug.
But hey, man, you fixed it. So
but I
we're all
did.
good.
I fixed it. I fixed it. And my pick of the week is number 5, Fantastic Four. Okay, here's
Oh, there we go.
Here's the camera. Oh, over here.
Getting used to that multicam setup, huh?
Look at that guy. He's got it. He's figuring it out almost.
There we go.
Sometimes it's hard to find where to put it. I'm confused because the lights are on.
This is Bueller After Dark, everyone.
15 minutes.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was an honest.
Dark.
That was an honest statement. There's
I
nothing-
cannot wait for next week when we're all on Comics with Bueller
Chad,
8:30 p.m. show, and we'll get this finally talk to Bueller before dark.
I think Bueller was purely innocent with that comment. I think
It was totally innocent.
got her.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah. She's the first one who picks up on it. That should tell you something right there.
Guys, we got him in. The 42-time world heavyweight champion, and he's back from Taco Bell. What is going on? The great legend.
The man.
How's it going,
The
man?
myth.
The bell has just hit me hard. Bueller knows what it's all about. You know, sometimes you get some of that good bell, sometimes you get some of that bad bell, and you know when the bad bell hits you, all things go to hell, man. I said, damn. Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights. Golly, Fantastic 4 or 5. We're going to get right back to Gulak. But don't worry, we'll be live with 5 pretty soon.
I had to wear the beanie in thank you for Mr. OBS himself, the great legend.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Chad, you're looking bad. Staying up late with the OBS because you're making it great here live on Comic Core.
That's right.
No doubt about it. I mean, Gulak shaved his head for you. Hell, look at it.
No, I finally read that Animal Man issue 19, and I just couldn't take it anymore.
There you go.
Oh, man, just stop for a little while. You got to
No,
relax.
I'm done.
He pulled
I finished.
He pulled a
Oh, that was it. So he only went to 19?
No, I went all the way. I went to 26, man. It's done.
Oh, you did. Oh.
It's that last
I got
run.
it
I had to
on.
read it all in a row. It was good.
Well, I'll catch up. I'll catch up, and then we'll have to do an Animal Man. You know,
Yep.
you'll be the animal, I'll be the man. We'll talk, Buddy. I'll talk Baker, and Buddy Baker, Animal Man. We're gonna get it done here live on Comical. I don't know if we'll do it live, but anyway, it's gonna be good.
Do
Yeah,
everything,
definitely
everything
will
live. I think
All live.
Comic Core should have like a 24/7 live stream all the time, just in like our different places. I think that we'd take like shifts type thing. I could do that for a week. And like everyone has like a 4-hour shift every day, and it's just like pointed somewhere to our house.
We need to do like
Gotta
those
keep it going.
way back. I mean, I think they still do it now, but on Twitch there was these guys that did this thing called Streamer House, where like six guys moved into one house together, and they literally have a 24/7 stream going of them playing games and shooting the shit.
I'm not
That's
Well,
awesome.
I've seen like stuff like that, but it wasn't on Twitch.
too.
It was on something else.
Oh, I bet it was.
Tune in at 4 a.m. in the morning to watch Seawater 19. Back and forth, baby.
Hey, just throwing it out there, man. It could be pretty cool.
We've been watching a lot of videos, and I have to say, I think Drew Manchu called us out, boys. I think we're gonna have to go to his ring and lay the smacketh down on his little candy ass.
What does he have? Red Dead Redemption or WWE?
He's talking WWE. I mean,
he better be glad he ain't talking Red Dead, because you know, the great legend wrote the book on Red Dead Redemption, the original game.
As Drew, he's probably going to get powerbombed through some steps, so you might want to be ready for that, because it's going to be pretty devastating. But we'll go ahead and move in to our first topic of the night, since the great legend has joined us. It's one he came up with, and I thought it was a really good one. So I'm going to throw this right to the great legend. Legend, if you could change one thing about comics, what would it be?
Okay, for me, it would have to be how the comic books, it just seems like everything's so dependent on whether it's going to be a movie or a TV show. And whenever that happens, the speculators go crazy. And it's whoever can get the book first for the cheapest, and whoever can get rid of the book the fastest, you know, slabbed, ready to go, whatever they need to do with it. And man, it's just insane. But it is great for business, no doubt about it. I do have some friends that actually do that. But no, what I'm talking about is it's just that kind of hype, when I wish they would make it more like the comic books, you know, like put the comic books first instead of worrying about whether if we make this or pick up this certain writer or get this certain book out with, you know, possible scenes in it or whatever you want to talk about. But instead of just go back to the old days where it's where it all started, you know, the origin, without the comics, there would be none of these movies that they make about the comic book heroes. So I wish it would kind of go back to that. But that, and then there was something else. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm tired of these books, you know, these like what was this book? I think it was like $7.99. This Fantastic Four #5. Sure, it's the 650th issue, but dang man, make it $6.50 or make it $3.99. But you know, God, I know and it was a thicker size, you know, but golly, $7.99. That's Batman damn prices, you know. I definitely don't like that, and so that's really crazy. Anyway, I was supposed to just do one. I'll let someone else go, and but I want to see what y'all think. Like, what did y'all think about that? You know, the prices of in every, you know, okay, he's getting married. Oh my God, Thing's gonna try boots again. You know, he's gonna try to wear boots again. Let's charge $8 for that one and make a boot cover or something. I don't know. What do you think about that, Bueller? Do you get upset with when they charge so much for these anniversary issues or whatnot?
You know, I think the price in general is too high for the comics. I think the $3.99 price point is too high for a regular book. I thought the $2.99 price point, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I like Spawn so much, is because that book is still sitting at a $2.99 price point. I thought that's much more reasonable. And then they take every chance they get on any type of issue, like let's just say a boot issue type thing, to jack up the price. And obviously the same thing if it's a #1. #1s are almost automatically $4.99 or $5.99. I think the price is out of hand, so I'd agree with you there. But the one thing I would say to add my thought on it is I actually don't like the frequency to where the books now come out every 2 weeks. I enjoyed it when it was once a month. I think we got better quality books because they had a whole month to produce the story. And I would like the books to go back to being monthly. Not every 2 months like that Doomsday Clock, which is going to take over 2 years for that thing to come out. But I would like there to be just monthly books, quality books, and you know, we might get, you know, instead of maybe just a handful of titles that are good, we might get quite a bit more that are good, like just an overwhelming quality of book coming out if they were just monthly books. So that's the one thing I would like to see change or be different. That's my take on it. Anybody else feel the same way? Okay.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The whole $8 is way too much for a single issue comic. At that point, you may as well like make it a big like trade paperback. At that point, if you're gonna charge that,
that's what I used to pay for trade paperbacks.
Right.
And then all the variants
Image
for that
trades
book
are still $9.99.
I got a question though. Whatever happened?
Yeah, Image is $9.99. That's what I'm talking about, right?
That's a whole trade.
Damn. I love that.
What happened to the drawing the line in the sand?
Oh, hold the line at 299. Yeah, they must have had a sandstorm there or something.
I mean, that lasted.
They just kind of dusted over that.
Was,
They're like,
was
oh,
it,
it's going to be 3 for some.
And
And
then
then
the accountants got a hold of it and said,
Yeah,
look,
it's been a
you
few
need to
years
raise the
since
price
they've
and
done
lower
that.
the paper quality.
God, they really did lower that paper quality. Every time I see, I look at the Fantastic Four variants on eBay, to see what their prices are. Look at mycomicshop.com. I had to pass up on them. Just couldn't pull the trigger on the wedding. I've got some of the variants, but I was thinking about the big boys, the 1 in 1,000, the 1 in 500. I like some of the good stuff, every now and then the big stuff.
DC.
Fantastic Four. But, man, I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. So it's like, man, I just don't know, man. Fantastic Four. And I'm going to get to my review. Have y'all done your comic book reviews yet, or your top picks?
It's yours, brother.
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to go right now with the top pick? Because it'll all lead into the same thing. Let me finish my beef, though. I try to get every Fantastic Four book, but after this wedding thing, I saw, I'm going to just pick up my favorites. I'll get the other ones down the line. But I'm going to concentrate on some different things in my collecting. Still, there's still Fantastic Four stuff. But, I'm doing Fantastic Four anyway. So, that Fantastic Four, number 5, coming at you live right now. The review, the top of the hour, the one with the power. I just took a freaking shower, amen. You got to stay clean if you know what I mean here on the Comic Four. We don't want no dirty, stinky people up in here no more. So, here's how we're going to do it. This damn book, I was reading it through, looking at all the images. The first thing I saw says something about true believers. Had that classic. That whole first page screamed just that was Lee Kirby, man. That was 60s all over again. You had that finish, that side finish of that building. Man, I think was it Yancey Street. It just looked so good. And then when you had that true believers in there, boom, the great legend started tearing up. The first, that was the first tear up during the story. Now, I'm not going to give y'all the tear ups because there was quite a damn few because the Fantastic Four is highly overdue, and it's about time Disney got off their asses and started putting the Fantastic Four fans back in order, letting us get some good love. So many times through this book, and then the All Reds, man, throwing it back to their best work is on Batman the 66 comic book series. Of course, they've done the good Silver Surfer, so you got that going for them as well. But you have all red 60s style looking Fantastic Four throwback, flashback stuff, and then you have the possibility of the Cosmic Man. It's just going to look really good in the future. And then you had the little Galactus Silver Surfer thing, or it was Doctor Doom first, bringing on some Galactus. So I had to kind of skim through because I was late for the show, if you didn't know. But so the Doctor Doom Galactus team up thing, and then of course they threw the deal up. He froze time all the time around him. Man, Ben finally got his, and you got to see in that middle part of the story how Sue Storm Richards, that's how they call her now, but how she felt so guilty by giving him the nickname, the Thing, and the whole thing in there. So there's so many great stories intertwined. Great book, but damn, it ain't worth $7.99. You got to get the hell out of here. Ain't that right, Bueller? Bueller knows we like to save some money on these books.
I'm a bargain shopper, man. You should see all the books I just bought. Just today, there was a shop having a 50% off everything in the shop, and I bought like a 1,000 bags and boards for one.
Oh, yeah.
And then I bought just a ton of 50-cent books, man. I'm looking forward to going through them.
And I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry about that, but that Fantastic Four, very great stuff. And then we're back to the topic at hand. What is something that you could change about comics right now? What's just kind of really hacks you off about the hobby? What do you think about it, Midwest Comic Man?
Event books. In the 90s and earlier, DC Marvel, they would have one event series like every 2 years or so, and they would have significant build up to it. It would get you interested in it. There would be a good backstory to it. Now they're doing 2 to 3 a year each, and it's just they're overlap. I mean, they almost all involve retconning characters. So you'll have a character being retconned in Series A, and then Series B starts, and they start retconning them too when they haven't finished retconning them in Series A. There's no continuity anymore. It's all effed up. It's just a mess. Stop it. You're just trying to get people to buy 12 books and then 30,000 tie-in books, and there's no story anymore. They all suck. Stop it.
I agree. So many tie-in books. I was talking to Chad earlier today, and man, we were going over the Secret Wars. Awesome, you know, black suit and all that cool stuff. Just a great battle. Secret Wars 2, suck. Just waste. Civil War 1, it was freaking awesome. Like, just everything was like all of the thing. It was just so suspenseful. Whole Marvel universe, awesome. Civil War 2, suck. Waste. You know, why? And man, it just hacks me off. But then, you know, see, you got the DC stuff. During New 52, you had the Trinity of Sin. You had the Forever Evil. You had the, you know, tons of other little, like, things that you had to, like, get all the books for, you know. So it's like, it's just getting
like,
out of hand.
It's just where the books were late coming out, but other tie-in books came out with stuff that had happened in that book, and everybody's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and then some stuff you know you're trying to figure out what's happening, and then you won't figure it out till like 2 months ahead, and then you got a book coming out next month that already talks about the book ahead of the other month.
Yeah,
because look at what DC did this year. I mean, you started off 2018 with Dark Knight's Metal, and then you had Doomsday Clock overlapping everything, and now you have Heroes in Crisis being overlapped by Doomsday Clock kind of too. So yeah, it's stepping on top of other events now.
Yeah, they step on top of each other, and there's no significant build up to them to get you invested in the story. It's just like boom, here it is.
But on that note, I read Stay Puft's comment. Me too. I love the Forever Evil storyline, especially when Ultraman punched Black Adam and Black Adam's like, and all his teeth were coming out. I love that, and I have all those issues. Also, you know, I love the Pandora and Phantom Stranger question. I love that whole storyline too. So yeah, not saying I hate the events, but there is just too freaking many of them, you know.
Yeah, I love a good event. I hate how they're doing them now.
Yeah.
Before we get to our next question, I do want to get back into the chat real quick because it's been
wait, we got KATREN. Huh? KATREN didn't tell us what she wants to change.
Oh, we're still in the topic.
Yeah, we're still. We just take a little chat break. But yeah, when we come back from the live chat, we're going to get to hear from the cat. And on the other side, didn't know BKR90 is here on the show.
It's just it's just Mark.
Oh, it's just me?
Oh yeah.
I think it was who called him ASM. Awkward sidekick Mark.
See, here I am building him up like the Roman Reigns, like Mark BKR90, and then you're like, no, my name is Joe Noah. You know, the old sad stuff.
Anyway, into the chat, we've got Carlito Classico. He says, "I loved Identity Crisis." I thought Identity Crisis was pretty good.
I love all the crises.
He says, "Doomsday is great. Just trying to remember what you read 2 months ago." Yeah, I think it's going to read really well once it's all said and done, but it's just a little confusing when it's stepping on top of other events. Let's see. We got Comics Misexplained in the chat. Sick. We got JD. Oh, wait. We got the sick man himself, Economics and Comics. What's his catchphrase again?
Sick. McNuggets. I want McNuggets.
We've got Real Comic Book Talk in the chat. You guys haven't checked out their channel. They've had some awesome reviews and reaction watches to Titans, which Chad and I can get into our mini reaction of the finale of Titans a little bit later. We got Comic Spectre in the chat. What's going on, Comic Spectre? We've got a Poor Man's Comics who said he liked my new haircut. Thank you, Poor Man's Comics. Appreciate that. We got Tacoma Comics. He says, I still like the idea behind Civil War 2, but yeah, the execution in that one, I think we all know how that turned out at this point. We got the boy who had 7 Talks comic books. What's going on, man? We got Brandon Stawinski Comics. He says there are just too many variants. I agree with that. When I get to my turn, I'll talk about a little bit of variant action. Once again, there's Bake the Snake. We got the Model Vault. He says artist rotation sucks. Have one artist on a title of a run. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Stay Puff 1983 says, I hate events. I stopped buying Avengers books because they were always tied into the event the majority of the time.
What was that?
Yeah, what was
that?
Kat, did you just stun gun Mark?
No.
No.
I can go get the stun gun.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Why is that funny?
No, you can't.
Okay. One thing that's real is when that Galactus Doctor Doom, and then you know what? I had an epiphany. I saw I saw one of my buddies ask me about the Fantastic Four. I think it was 48 or 49. He asked me about that about 30 minutes ago. Right when I was reading that book, I was like, man, he's on his stuff. That's on his game. So he's going to be trying to make some bank on the situation.
No, he can't.
KATREN, where's the stun gun?
Fine, hold on.
Back to the chat. We got Tony Sanders in the chat. What's going on, Tony Sanders? No. We got Archangel. He says,
when he first got the stun gun, I was unaware, and he shot me in the butt with it.
You know, my wife has one of them stun guns.
My voice went to a different octave.
And Drew Manchu says, Devon, get the stun gun. We'll finish on that. Kat, what's the one thing you want to change about?
Well, I do agree with Legend. Some of the price points are kind of ridiculous. Like what was happening a while back with the Deadpool run, where we'd have like a random $9.99 issue pop up or something. It's a big reason why I pulled away from Deadpool. Another thing that I really get annoyed with are these constant miniseries for the same characters. It's like, okay, I understand Harley's awesome. I understand Deadpool's a lot of fun, but do they need to have 6 different miniseries every year?
No.
Another thing that really just kind of irks me with comics right now is the constant renumbering. I understand number ones sell so well. I understand that, but can at least be a different creative team or a different storyline. The fact that I have a complete run of Howard the Duck and it's technically 3 different runs with 3 different number ones ticks me off so much, and it makes it so hard to get that long box in order. It really pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Next time I agree with that.
Bueller has something to say.
What about you, Bueller? What do you think?
Wait, what?
I know, like
for me, on Fantastic Four,
I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah, because the Fantastic Four books, they had a great volume 1, 416 issues. But then, it had a little small volume 2. The next volume was good, but subsequently or whatever, I don't even know if that's previous or whatever. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is there's too many damn volumes of books when it's like KATREN says, keep one freaking volume. God, it's so intense. Then you have to buy so many. They're trying to make money on those damn tabs that you put between your collection in the boxes.
Well, and speaking to the point of how hard it makes it to organize your collection, change the logo on the book a little for the volumes. I mean, I end up going. I'll sit there and I'll be like, well, this one costs more, must be later, but. Like you said, they have the Deadpool. They'll throw a $9.99 issue in there. You can't always go buy that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. Everyone wants to pick up a number 1. Everyone wants to be on the ground floor. But if you're going to make it a number 1, can you at least give us a new creative team?
Well,
a new story.
If
If it's a continuation, why?
They're killing me on them. That Fantastic Four.
I also kind of hate that they change creative
Variants.
teams like I change my socks, because each creative team then starts retconning everything because they want to make their mark on the character.
Yeah. There's only so many times you can rewrite this character or that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, spoiler warning. Batman's parents did die. I'm sorry.
But every 6 issues when they change creative teams, you get the origin again.
That's just like that's just like the movies. I mean, obviously you're gonna get the same. Like even in Superman, Batman, they did a small version of the origin of Batman. Sorry, I'll go back to being quiet.
He just like comes out of his corner.
Not so sure about that guy in the hat.
Chad knows his role.
Which one?
Let me tell y'all about this. It's another. He said Batman, and every time we see that damn thing where that woman's pearls, Martha, wherever the pearls fall down, I freaking get so sick of that. But then when I read Fantastic Four #5 and saw the freaking All Reds do their thing, it literally, they did the thing, put the thing on the car, whatever. But anyway, so they had that. It was an awesome freaking origin story for the Fantastic Four. It didn't have to be on the damn TV show or in a panel or on the movies or on the cartoons. It was the Fantastic Four, and it's all it needed to be. Thank you, Mike or Mark, wherever. Not you, Mark, but Mr. Allred. Is it Mark Allred or Mike Allred?
Mike Allred.
Mike and Laura. Mike and Laura. Is it Laura Allred?
Yeah.
All right. All is red in the house.
A little side note: Martha Wayne's pearls makes 0 sense. If you have a high-end pearl necklace, you'll know that they knot in between each individual strand.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, you might lose 1 or 2 pearls, but losing every freaking pearl
on the necklace just for the dramatic
like,
effect.
how cheap is her jewelry? She's a freaking Wayne. I'm sure they can afford to stick her in a nice necklace.
But according to Tom King, they're having marital problems at that point.
Oh
Yep.
Man.
He was
The
hooking up
origin
on the
changes
side.
every day, doesn't it? It's DC
Yeah.
changing the questions, and Woodard's giving us the answers.
She had a private eye.
The answer is
Did Bueller
drop the
leave?
title.
Bueller
And she
got,
turned to smoking.
Bueller got pissed and left.
Are you
Well, he didn't
serious?
know the whole. He didn't know about the Waynes, so we got spoiled, so we had to go. So sorry, Bueller, if you're out there watching, you can turn the audio back up. We'll go spoiler free from here out. So, Chad, what's your one thing you would change about comics today?
I have a statement. Okay.
Strap yourselves in, people. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
These are all spec books that you need to right now or go on eBay and try to buy. Venom #7, first appearance of Dylan Brock. Edge of Spider-Gideon #2, Addie Brooke. Super Sons #1, Rex Luthor. Immortal Hulk #2, Dr. Fry. Snow Guard in Champions #19. Sideways in Sideways #1, Damage #1, Curse of the Brimstone #1. They're all canceled, by the way. Neo Joker in Batman White Knight #3, and Cosmic Ghost Rider in Thanos #13. Go get them. Your kids will go through college for nothing. And that's all I have to say.
I didn't hear it. I was going.
Yeah, what was that? Cosmic Ghost Rider? Like, are these like books coming out that are going to be like?
No, these are all the first. These are all the first appearances. Well, were white.
Oh yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah,
Who loves Rex Luthor?
He's pretty popular though.
Rex Luthor.
Oh,
Little
what?
Luther.
Sounds terrible.
He's part of the Was it the gang?
Cat, you're
No.
there. We go.
He's the leader of the gang.
But I mean,
I didn't read
honestly,
that one, sorry.
I guess my big thing is how much people have speculated and gone out and got these. What is going on? It's white again. It's crazy. This OBS stuff, it's getting nutty. But no, I mean, you know, Sideways and Curse of the Brimstone, I like those books. But none of those books are going to be worth anything eventually. They're oversaturated, overpopulated, and everybody's going to get their 9 point whatever and slap it.
They're overpopulated? Can
Yeah.
you elaborate on that?
Yeah, are they like having kids with each other or something?
Well, hey, you didn't know this, but on Thanos 13s, if you pour water on them after midnight, they populate.
Okay,
Oh, really?
you know what? That's from Gremlins, and let's talk about that for a minute, because I have a hard time with that movie, and this is a segue right here. So if the little things get wet, they like have little things pop out of their back, but yet the whole movie it was in the wintertime and they're all playing out in the snow. Snow is water. That doesn't make any sense, man. There should have been millions of them. Okay, that's all.
And why did the one flash it? It was built like a Ken doll.
That's what you remember from that movie?
All I have to say is Gizmo had thick fur.
Gizmo was amazing.
Who voiced
Gizmo
Gizmo?
was amazing.
Speaking of gizmos, we got some great looking gizmos in the chat tonight. I want to give a big shout out to this guy. I want to give a big shout out to Archangel right there, man. It's always good to see a hometown guy. Well, yeah, we live in the same town. Anyway, well, all right, and we got All About Comics, JP. Damn, JP. Carlito Clásico, órale, amigo. Man, órale, somos unos vatos locos forever. And more importantly, Woodard, we bowdy and rowdy. Back to Woodard.
Dang, I have to follow that. But anyway, I like Gremlins. Thanks for asking. But anyway, Gremlins 2 underrated movie. But anyway, I guess the wrap this thing up. Final thoughts.
Is it a Christmas
go ahead,
movie?
Chad.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the list of Christmas movies I watch every year.
I think we're also stuck on Woodard for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do a
Get
dance.
it off of me.
Was it Christmas? Was it Christmas Vacation, or could it be the Christmas Story with Little Ralphie, Elf? Which one?
Die Hard.
Christmas Story's on my list. Die Hard's on my list. Gremlins is
I
on my
love Die
list.
Hard.
Black
Batman
Christmas
Returns.
is on my list.
Batman Returns.
Not Lethal
has to-
Weapon. Oh, yeah.
The Batter Santa. That Batter Santa. That like, what was it?
Krampus.
Unrated. The unrated with the Billy Bob Thornton. The Batter Santa. Oh, you gotta watch that Billy Bob Thornton. Bad Santa. I think it's the last film appearance of John Ritter. They were good friends. Y'all remember Hearts of Fire? Was it Hearts of Fire or Hearts on Fire or something?
You talking about Rocky 4 now?
On fire.
No, it was an old show. It's just a little bit of. I know Paul knows what I'm talking about. You know, Billy Bob Thornton and old John Ritter were buddies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in Sling Blade, John Ritter was the manager of one of those like Eckerd stores. It was freaking fun. Great movie.
Another one just naming Christmas movies in the chat. We got Reindeer Games, Jingle All the Way, 1 and 2s, Santa's Sleigh with old Bill Goldberg. Who can forget Santa's Sleigh? Thank you, White Wolf Comics. That's a good one.
What about the Turbo Man doll? The Turbo Man doll.
Yes.
Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 with Garbage Day. No, I guess no one saw that one.
What?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah, somebody said Poor Man's Comics said Jingle All the Way. That was Turbo Man doll.
Whitewell Comics says
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 was one of the worst movies ever made because about 80% of it was Silent Night, Deadly Night 1.
Mm-hmm.
Whitewell Comics says Silent Santa's Sleigh. I never saw that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna go back.
Oh yeah, Home Alone was brought up.
Yeah. It
Home
was.
Alone. I like that one.
The first time I watched that, I was about 16 years old, maybe, and I laughed so hard I was crying. because I grew up on the Three Stooges, and that whole movie is definitely Three Stooges inspired.
Chad, what's it mean when it's all white?
It's back, but it's just.
Does that mean
all
snow? Is it snowing where you're at? Is that why it's all white?
No, I got scared.
let's do the ECW chant. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Hey, can you hit like? Can you highlight it? And maybe or just hit Control Z to undo. Just try to start undoing. There you go.
Can you put my logo on there?
It's I appreciate that for some reason.
I don't know why it's stuck on C Wood.
I don't know either.
Don't click on the
dance. Dance,
are you clicking on the hangout?
Put back up the white screen, please.
You have to click on the highlight.
Your bees, Carson.
Click on the You have to click on the Google Hangout. So don't look at the OBS stuff. Just get to the Google Hangout.
Turning into the Google Hangout.
You're not as entertaining as Huey when OBS screws up for you. You sit there and kind of curl up into a fetal position and cry. Huey starts swearing and gets OBS Tourette's.
Yeah, with the OBS, just have OBS running in the background, but like be where you can select, or what you want to do is unselect them if you need to.
Nothing.
I like watching Chad figure this out in real time. This is awesome.
Don't worry, Chad. I'm
my
trying
Christmas
to
present.
distract people with random things that are random.
Now, Bueller,
I guarantee you we're going to see a Hulk 181
the other day.
You gotta dance like this, kid.
So what we need to do? We'll just all send pictures of ourselves to see what. Whenever we're talking, you can just hold up the picture.
Hey Bueller, Chad's gonna be the one teaching you about OBS. So hey, that's how we do it. You know.
There you go, double S. That's for you, double S pound 3.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I had to build up.
I was gonna ask you to teach me.
Well, you know, maybe.
Yeah. When's this movie coming out? We'll never know.
I'll teach. I got to bring Chad along because I'm not going to remember most of this stuff. You know, here's the thing about this channel on the Comic Core. All the hard work Chad's been putting in behind the scenes, making it what he makes it. He's got Chad on there. He's got our names running across the top of the screen. We got like 40-something people watching right now live on Friday nights, man. You can't be.
Oh, he's back. Hi, Chad.
Hi.
Hey, I'm off
missed
camera
you.
finally. Thank God. I was running out of things to show.
That's
okay. That's a different thing now.
We're good. Now it's on Bueller.
Bueller dance.
No, it's on you. It's on you.
It's not on me. It's just talking. I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, everything's good. It's bad.
Oh, it's good now.
Oh, it's work. Oh, Chad did it.
Oh, there's Bueller.
Oh, no,
Bueller's
Woo!
Bueller's
High five. She fixed it.
What were we talking about?
Come on,
were we
Bueller,
talking about something?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
We're going to give the legend Dan for
It's
this.
totally got derailed, you guys.
I just want to like wrestle fucking people.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, it's got to keep one. I try.
Next week will be back.
I can't wait to have you guys on my show next week. It's gonna be.
We're all gonna wear ties.
Had me crying.
Here's a hint right now, Bueller. I don't know if you do normally, but set the age restriction on that one.
Like, my name is Steve Woodard, and I like comics. Thank you for having me, Bueller. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're the host next week.
I wish I had a toy train. It's gonna be like in Tommy Boy, where I demonstrate the car, and he's like, "Bam!" It just catches on fire in the guy's office. Anyway, I think we had a topic, and I was going to conclude that topic unless anyone else wanted to talk about the one thing they change. Go ahead, Legend.
I got one more thing related to the topic. Bake the snake. Tonight after Comic-Core on the Great Legend Show Live, I'm going to be doing a special unboxing, a special package from Bake the Snake. No doubt about it. Check it out live right after the show. Back to you.
I cannot wait for that. That's going to be awesome. We'll see what Bake the Snake sent. But anyway, why not get back into the chat one more time? I'll put my final thoughts on it, and Chad and I we're gonna have a quick mark out moment for the Titans ending. But let's see, everyone just kind of going crazy about what happened. We got Carlito Classico, which I can't say his name as good as Legend. Sorry, he says, "Have you ever seen Max Headroom hijack TV station in Chicago?" Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man. Legend, you should look that up. That's some messed up unsolved mystery stuff right there.
Dude, I'm gonna watch that.
I just want to wrestle people.
Cocaine Joe in the chat. What is going on, Cocaine Joe?
Who was that? Drew Manchu.
Yeah, Drew Manchu wants to
fisticuffs.
If he could only get in the ring. I thought Winter was going to keep going with the chat.
I tried. It didn't work.
Hey, Splash Page Comics. Huge shout out to Splash. We got all our Splash Page Comics, man.
Archangel's in the chat. Legend has a special package.
Yep.
Yep.
One thing.
We only ate like chicken wings together. I mean, like that's all we did. He bought a comic. I gave him the comic. We ate the chicken wings, and then we departed.
Wing sauce all over those comics.
What else happened?
It was in a slab. The comic.
Wow.
The fucking comic.
Okay.
Jeez, people, come on.
Mylar.
No. Hey, well, the slab was in Mylar. Actually, it was Mylar's box. It was one of them big boy books. It was really cool.
What? I kind of my mind went somewhere else with this, and I don't want to talk about it.
But Archangel's one of the best auction guys in the community. Tons of the big boy books. Really does the bigger trades, if you will, because the comic book market's kind of like the stock market. He goes after the big ones. So pretty awesome.
That's where the big boys play. Look at the adjective. Anyway, final thoughts on the whole topic here. My one thing was, I think we talked about previously in our chat, was the whole movies dictating what the comic books do. It's something they've been doing ever since 2000 with, Grant Morrison being forced to change the X-Men costumes to the leather get-ups that they had in the 2000s movie. And it's kind of ran rampant in the book since then. Now you got they tried to relaunch New Mutants last year, but then the movie got messed up, so they didn't know what to do with the New Mutants, and that kind of became a mess. And now they're doing a Captain Marvel comic that coincide with the movie. It's like, why couldn't we just had a Captain Marvel comic the whole time? So stuff like that just kind of drives me crazy. It's just like, I wish they just focus on making good comics instead of, trying to get that, one-time only payday with that #1, which we kind of also touched on that. Just the too many #1s, which really dilutes the ability to collect them and all that good stuff, to the point where now where just #1s aren't even, you don't need to collect #1s anymore because they're all pointless for the most part. So, I mean, very rarely do we see Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo launch a Batman #1, make a successful long run out of it. I mean, you're lucky to get past 12 to 20 issues at this point. So, well, that just bothers me. But I will get into one more topic. But first, Chad, we got to talk about Titans.
Oh, my God.
What happened at the end of Titans last week?
Well, the credits go up.
Yep.
Wait, you watched it without me?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
But we're going to talk about it. Go ahead.
But it was good.
Okay.
What did you think? Okay, so he gets out, he kills everybody, and he goes and saves Crypto.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, awesome. I think he's a little too
We're gonna
jacked.
get some crypto.
Huh?
What?
Get some crypto. I'm excited.
But the tattoo.
Crypto the dog. Crypto the dog. Superman's dog is in this movie.
We just need Ace now, and we can have the super pets.
And what was
Hoppy,
Hello.
Hoppy the bunny, the Shazam
Offshoot.
bunny.
Yes.
And what was the Plastic Man's parrot?
I don't remember.
Actually, me and Paul know it's Hoppy the Marvel bunny. That's me and Paul's era. But for whatever reality we're in, they changed it to the Shazam bunny. You know?
Captain Parrot.
Absolutely marked out for it, Seawood. Completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was looking for a panel of Streaky the Super Cat, but I couldn't find it in time. But anyway, I mean, I was like, I made like a high pitched little girl squeal when they showed the scene because I had no idea. Like this, I was done. I was getting ready to hit that power off button on my iPad. Then they cut to a scene. You see, like Superboy, you know, the lab. He's breaking out. He's beating up some doctors. It's just like when Terminator got in Terminator 1 where Arnie's going around that police station. He's mad. You need to get out of his way. But all he really wanted was to free his dog Crypto. So now we get Crypto and Connor.
That beautiful puppy.
But I hope it's not too much like New 52, Superboy. I want Connor Kent, but with Jeff Johns writing this thing, I think we're going to get the Connor Kent we want next season. So
do you want the black T-shirt, or do you want? Okay, so you don't want the leather jacket from the '90s, do you?
I'd be okay with
on
that.
occasion.
Okay
The leather jacket.
Or at least give me a "Don't call me Superboy."
I just don't want the black and red. But the problem is, did you see his tattoo? It was New 52 tattoo.
Yeah, that was the New 52 tattoo. Yeah, that what had me semi-concerned. But like I said, Jeff Johns has this name as executive producer on Titans. So I think we're going to get the good version of Superboy here.
I think so, too. And Reign of Superman, isn't it being launched in January?
I think it's a little later than that. But it's definitely within like the first quarter of 2019. So, yeah, we're gonna get all kinds of Connor Kent in 2019. So apparently someone's been listening. You got Brian Bendis writing Young Justice coming out very soon. So we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna get the Reign of the Supermen animated DVD / Blu-ray. So that'll be great. And then we're gonna get them in Titans.
I think Bendis will do a good run on Young Justice too, just due to the fact that he did. I mean, I didn't read a lot of Marvel. I was gonna actually ask you a question here in a second, but
KATREN, he like that DC.
He did a great job on X-Men, and then he also did like the whole Miles Morales was epic. So I'm sure he's gonna do
Ultimate Spider-Man was great.
I have a question, and this is to everybody. And I was thinking about this when you were talking about Captain Marvel. What is her origin? Like, do they still talk about Rogue and her?
You'll find out in theaters. Whatever. No, I thought that was her origin. The whole, the Rogue thing.
Yeah, because I mean,
whatever the movie says will now become her official origin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they'll make sure that in the when they do the comics. Yeah, that's what they've always done, Paul.
Sorry,
because the Marvel movies, that's the movies is the canon because it's all Disney. What Disney says goes, and Disney says the movies. That's the canon. So
the mouse wants his money.
That's because
the mouse runs the house.
The mouse, yes, the mouse does run the house.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's because the comics make $10,000 an issue, and the movies make $1 billion.
The mouse runs the house, but the duck don't give a fuck.
He said fuck.
Yeah.
I do like Donald Duck. No, I said fuck. I stopped.
He almost said fuck.
I didn't say gay. Whoa, there he is.
He almost said it. He held back because he doesn't like using the fuck word, but he did it, and that's okay. I am the wholesome one. Like I said, I only use it in quotes. It's only in quotes.
Bueller,
Oh, Bueller.
you were our hope.
No,
Really hope.
You were the chosen one.
our only hope is Seawood 19. That's our hope right there.
There he is. We're going
There's
back.
shit.
At this point, Carson's gonna be like, "Fuck it, who cares?"
Hey, I think you should wear a wig every episode, like Arrow. Like get the
Okay, the
Arrow,
Marvel
the Arrow
movies.
G1 wig. I'll go back.
Maybe so.
Are you talking about me wearing a wig?
He needs to wear the big multi-color afro like the John 316 guy at the.
No,
What is that?
like I'm talking like Oliver Queen's wig from The Island.
Oh, gotcha. So I look a little younger than we cut the later like, we're still on the Comic Core 24/7 stream.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Bueller,
I can't remember where
Bueller, what time do you?
The Captain Marvel. It was the Captain Marvel thing. You know, just how the movies will probably change the origins.
Carlito's saying Bueller needs to slap the ham or he stomachs down the vid. I'm sorry, this is a family channel.
Yeah, I don't have the ham. the ham is in the refrigerator.
Hey, here's the thing. Everyone watching, we're so happy everyone's watching. But you know, this is the time for, you know, it's Friday. When you work a Monday through Friday job like most of us do, and most of y'all do too, on Friday you just want to cut loose, enjoy your time with your friends that you've made through this awesome comic book collecting hobby. So, so understand that we can't all be winners. You only get the best, baby. Friday night's Comic Core.
Scott Farr jumped in the chat. Hello, Scott Farr. He says, "Hey, Legend and Bueller." Hopefully, he got to see.
What about
he got
Scott
to see
Farr?
Bueller. He got to see Legend do his thing just now. That was pretty good.
Farr is the man. I love some Scott Farr. I can see him near. I can see him far. He is
Wherever
the next
you are.
superstar.
Economics and Comics has eyes just as Bueller. I think he's got eyes for you. He's trying to start beef with you, Bueller.
Who?
Economics. I think he wants to go toe to toe with the.
Oh, economics and comics.
He can try all he wants, but really, let him know I'll need someone to carry my bags in Chicago. If he wants to hang out, that's the perfect opportunity.
We've already had one Virgil. Don't we?
We already know who's carrying Catren's bags.
Nope.
I got a show right here.
Nope.
Hey, let me tell you something real quick. I actually offered to help Bueller in Chicago. You know, anytime he needs help, and I'm not doing something else. But I'm going to be helping people in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing a small little camera. I'm not bringing a lot of tech. I'm just going to be there to get the Comic Core brothers and sisters backs, because that's what it's all about.
I'm bringing a mark.
I'm bringing hand sanitizer, badges,
Airwig.
and tape.
Why was that followed up by me?
He's thinking about the bunk bed situation with you, Legend, and Bueller.
Oh,
Well, you know what? I already have a sleeping partner, and it's right here. My lights. Mylar, baby. You know, I'm most likely going to be bringing probably 50. I'll bring about 50 and 50. I'll do 50 and 50 to the Chicago show in case I want to buy some books. Hopefully they have some weird Western tales. Oh, chat, don't worry. Don't speculate on that. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's not the 1870s and stuff, 1890s. You know, big deal. But
I hope you have bed sheets made of Mylar.
Ooh. They do get crinkly. I know. I've laid in them before.
Double S says he wants to go toe to toe with the whole Comic Core panel.
Oh yeah, Double S. We got to get him on one of these nights.
Yeah, we were trying to today, but we were screwing around with his OBS.
Yeah, this was kind of our pilot program for the OBS stuff.
And I got tutored. Now you turn on OBS. Step one.
And it's awesome. I mean, because the good thing about it is just this whole show right now. I mean, like, it's amazing how you can like switch different scenes, and you got like stuff going across the screen. You got the chat on the screen, which is really cool. I mean, so there's just so much fun stuff you can do. And, you know, like I said, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, the Great Legend Show, it wasn't built in a day. It was about a 1,000 subs in 2 days. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, the truth. YouTube growth, that takes forever. Oh, it takes forever.
So we'll go through the panel. I got a question for you. What is the one thing that
10 years on YouTube. Been almost 10 years. Sorry, I had to throw that in there, chat. Go back.
He's going to say, "What is your biggest regret?"
What is something that you're most proud of YouTube community this year?
Me personally?
Yep.
Damn, it's the freaking 2018 Comic Book Community Hero Initiative live auction that wasn't only a 2-part show. We had the overtime show, the final chapter of the hour, and we raised over $10,000 for $1,400 super chat. I mean, that's what it was all about. And it wasn't just like, you know, me, because pretty much what I am in the today's YouTube comic book community and YouTube and anything else is all it is the voice, and that's my choice, and that's why I voiced, because it's so damn good. Of course, I'm always proud of it anyway, but I can go all day every day on the rhymes any time of the day I need. But to go at a quicker speed, and Paul doesn't like 1 hour freaking promos, but you know, I just, you know, I love that moment, the Hero Initiative. I was so freaking happy and proud of Edwin, because he's been planning this over a year. I found out about it. We talked about it at the Dallas Fan Expo last year, and we've been in contact about it off and on. Of course, we had to be real silent about it. Can't let no one know until that whole press release dropped, and he got all that stuff together. But then the great thing was, and what was so funny, I think, you know, he was just trying to build something, and you know, I don't think, what I'm trying to say, I don't think he thought it was going to be this big. There was like, I think over maybe 60 to 80 people from the comic book community donated items to be auctioned off. I mean, we had the CBCS Steve Borak. We had him doing some stuff to put us over the 10K. It was Edwin's pressing and cleaning service, because he was almost going to leave that off the show, and I said, no, you said you were going to have this, and he says, and he was thinking about it, says, no, you put it up on there, and that's what really got us over the 10K, of course, with some super chats too, and then all the people that bought the items as well, that put the money back in, and then for the whole Hero Initiative. And I couldn't be any more prouder. That's probably the most proudest thing that I've ever been a part of in almost 10 years on YouTube on doing this. And like, you know, when you're a younger guy, you get into this, you're playing video games, and you're just running your damn mouth and, you know, at your competition, talking trash to them like an Enzo Amore or something. But then, you know, you fast forward almost 10 years, and you can, that's just one of those moments you can really be proud of. And I'm really, I'm proud to be a part of this comic book community. And I think I haven't ever seen it as united as it is today. And I can only see brighter things for the future in 2019. But Chad, are you messing around on OBS? What's going on over there? How are you doing tonight? I almost, and I'm tired of crying because I've cried too much reading that damn Fantastic Four 5. So I ain't getting so emotional right now. So I'm going to throw it back to you, Chad. What's your proudest moment of the you know what? No, Chad, I want you to go last.
Okay.
I want Chad last because, you know, this is something, you know, that all stemmed from a dream that he had, and he's going to tell you a little bit about that, you know, here. But let's go with Woodard, the host, man. What do you got, man? What's up with the Gulag?
I guess if we're talking my personal YouTube channel proud moments, I guess just having the balls to make my first video, I guess.
Oh,
it led me to be here now. So, I mean, other than that, just getting the Tuesday night live stream rolling and hopping on everyone else's channel and having a blast. But yeah, just happy I made that first video and got a chance to finally find and be a part of this awesome community.
How about you, Kat and Mark?
Hi.
Hi.
I think for both of us, our big personal thing has been working closer with DC fans.
That is good. Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. I know Mark has been doing a ton of work on the editing. The whole reason why those videos look so good is because of this guy. But we just broke 1,000, so yay!
My proudest moment was shirtless.
Was what?
Shirtless.
Shirtless, yes.
Bear fighter.
Shirtless bear fighter, which there will be sequels.
I love that. Was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite segments ever. And did you just say you're over 1,000 subscribers now?
Yes, we are.
Damn! Congratulations, KATREN Figures 1,000 subscribers. Now you got to get Mark BKR90 to 1,000. People, you could just send the man some nickels, give him some dimes. Go ahead. He's gonna make it. He'll buy them, baby. Oh my gosh! But yeah, I congratulations, KATREN. And you know, that DC fans thing, I think that's one of the things I really think you're kicking butt on that stuff. And I love your reviews, and it's so great that you're on the DC fans platform to share, you know, to share your reviews to DC fans all over the world.
Also, just to you know, suck up to everyone while we're live, I've really been enjoying being a part of the Comic Core. Just having a blast every Friday.
Yeah,
one of the best.
Honestly, it doesn't matter how stressed out I am, you know, what's going on with family or work or whatever, but coming here and hanging out, it's a lot of fun.
Coming here and hanging out, just sitting next to her, it's a lot of fun.
And listening.
Good answer. Good answer.
Getting out of the box, you know, getting the chain off, you know.
Just stretch a little bit.
Chain. Get a chain.
So he always knows he gets to come out on Friday nights.
He's gonna go back in the box here in a minute. It's all good.
For the record, he doesn't wear a leash. He's chipped.
Oh my god!
I did say that in the message, didn't I?
It's a bird chip. She knows where I am all the time.
Them tracking devices, the hunting stuff.
Midwest. What about you, my friend?
My proudest thing is what we built here. I mean, it started out, we all had a dream of building something, and then there was an unfortunate incident, and we could have all taken our ball and gone home, and we didn't. And some of you may have needed a little bit more of a push, Chad. Yeah. But you know, we got together, and I think we've built a great show, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys every week. You guys are like KATREN said, you know, after a long, hard week, it's cool to just come and hang out with your friends, have a couple drinks, and get stupid. And and for everybody who did take their ball and go home, we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Amen.
Amen. Too soon. Gone too soon.
That just came out my nose.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Before we get to Bueller, Scott Ferris subbed us up. Thank you, Archangel.
Oh yes, Scott. Yes.
Thanks, Scott.
Archangel said
Scott's already subbed to me. Yeah.
I mean, I liked them before they were a big band.
Poor man's comics. Bring back the easel.
Archangel says, I have a
needs to
dream
fix
of
it.
sleeping with Scarlett Johansson. I did too. I'm a little partial to Pocan Joe. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Come on. What about Kristen Alfonso from Days of Our Lives? Hope Brady, people. Come on. She's still, after all these years, still fine.
Bring back
still
the
fine.
easel. Bring back the easel. All right.
That's the best part, Pocan Joe. I get to do this twice a week.
The man, the best in a vest. The guy.
Is there anything you need to get off your chest?
The guy that's the only one in the West. Comics with Bueller. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. So it was nice because I got a little time to think about this question. So, but as far as what I'm most proud of, I guess I look at it like, and you guys are all aware. I made a video a while back, and it was called "I'm Pissed." Okay. And it was many months ago, and it was because of a certain incident that went down. And I had the video up, and a lot of people watched it, and a lot of people commented and stuff. And I remember just reading the comments, and a lot of the comments were, it just is the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. And I took that video down like a few days later, and I really thought a lot about those comments and just the people's mindsets that the words like, there's nothing you can do about it. Just is the way it is. I didn't take that. I took that as a challenge, and I said, you know what, we can do better, and we can make a difference, and we can change it, and we can turn the attitudes around that were maybe negative and kind of focus into a positive. And I think that we've done that. I think we were able to make a difference. And I think the negative stuff, they've kind of fallen by the wayside. And honestly, when I think about it, that's probably the thing I'm most proud of, because I'm just proud to see the way it's going and the positivity. It's kind of a wave that's coming in, and the rest of the shit is just going by the side. And I really enjoy that. So that's probably what I'm most proud of, that we're to that point, and everybody's just enjoying the hobby that we all know and love. So that's probably
see, that's what I'm talking about right there too. In that statement, you made it all about how far the community has come from that negative moment. How all the more positive, more great, just community, just more channels coming in to YouTube that have had excellent first years on their channel. And Bueller, I know you had an excellent year, and you didn't mention that because you mentioned the community before yourself. And a lot of people in the community are that exact same way. If you need some help, you ask me, you ask Bueller, you can ask any of the Comic Core, you can ask any of your comic community friends you make, your new friends that you make here in the comic book community. You can ask them for help or information about books or tips or anything, and they're going to be for you, because it's not about their own, of course, maybe it is for some, but mainly they're going to be given back, because that's what it's all about in our comic book community.
Yeah.
And I agree with you guys and Legend. We've talked about this multiple times, and this channel is designed to be a community channel. If anybody in the chat wants to put up a video, if maybe you're just on the fence about making a video, or you haven't put one up, contact us. We'll help you guys out. We'll put it up, and we'll give you all the support you want. That's what this is designed for. We have a community chat on Facebook, which I'm actually really proud of that, because that thing is blossoming into a balloon. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you, if you ever get on, if you want it on it, we'll put you on it. But you got to turn the notifications off, or you.
It'll kill your battery.
When Legend gets
It'll kill your
going,
battery.
when Legend gets going, your phone will be hovering above your desk because it will never.
Yeah.
It's like never-ending monologues and thoughts and truth. It's all crazy.
One sentence at a time.
But
Yep, Legend will do a 50-page book, one sentence at a time.
But if you
I'll
guys
throw
want to do
balloons in
anything,
every
like
once in a while.
honestly, we're always looking for somebody to wrestle on the video game.
There's that. Also, you know, when they were talking about, you know, writing every single line, you know, because that's the book after Revelations. That's the Legends Bible right there. I write in verses, baby. Come on, kind of funny, right? Damn, okay. Oh, that sucks.
That was a Chad reach. You were like, oh,
Man, that was rough. Dang it.
But no, I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the community. Just recently, though, I have to say that probably within 6 months, and Bueller, to your point, this community was a whole different aspect. It was always negative. It was always quote unquote beef in the community and want to fight with people. And there's been many times, and I will credit you, Bueller, I've taken the Bueller road and wish people on their future endeavors. So,
yeah. That's the way to do it.
With that being said, get us out of here, Seawood.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot I was here. No, I'm kidding. I am most proud of Drew Gulak and getting him over, but anyway, sorry, too many dumb jokes. Let's just sign off. Bueller, any last thoughts for the night?
No.
All right.
No. You know. Hey. Next week, there's something going on next week. All the Comic Core members are going to be showing up on Comics with Bueller at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the Comic Core is invading Comics with Bueller, and it'll be a lot of fun. So we got that going on. And thanks everybody who bought the Bueller box. They sold out in 1 hour.
Oh, golly, that's crazy.
Appreciate that, and appreciate hanging out with you guys. And you know what? Happy New Year to everybody. 2018 was one of my favorites, and you guys are all a big part of it. So thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll probably be wearing suits and ties next Friday from 8:30 to 10 p.m. Then the ties will come off for Comic Core. Oh, and by the way, I don't think we mentioned it, but I think today, if I remember right, was Stan Lee's. It would have been Stan Lee's 96th birthday. So big happy birthday! We miss you, Stan. Excelsior. So forgot to mention that right off the top of the show. Definitely wore my Marvel shirt for today at least. Next time. I didn't hear what he said, but anyway.
He said gone too soon, but he was kind of flating his mic at the same time. So
we'll keep going down the line. Legend, what's going on?
Man, you know, I'm going to, right after this show, it's going to take me about 5 to 10 minutes. Kids are using the good computer, so I'm going to be doing my stuff in this room. But we're going to be doing a special. I got a special package from Bake the Snake. We're going to be doing the special package from Bake the Snake, and we're going to be taking a look at Bake the Snake. You know, we're going to take a look at his work, you know, and what he's been doing. He's got a channel, and we're going to give him some love on the Great Legend Show here in a little bit tonight.
Awesome.
Oh, but as far as like the stuff like 2019, man, that's going to be a couple hours, man. So yeah, 2019, we'll get there later on down the line. But yeah,
Hey,
we're going live after this.
real quick. So this is for Archangel. Just to let you know, like the names of the panel members are above. Like for example, Comics with Bueller, the Great Legend, C. Woodard, 19. I'm the dude with the hat. So I'm Chad. Unfortunately, C. Woodard has had the flannel. So
Yeah,
that was the first time I got mistaken for you, C. Wood. I was excited. I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna get some subs."
I'm sorry.
that sounded like the Legend Bible verse joke.
Fish Tropics in the chat. That's your first.
All right, you fish tropic. I got my tank clean. It's looking lean. It's a 30-gallon fish tank machine. It's got the LEDs. It's got a bubbler. It's got a sunken boat like no other.
He does.
So, man,
he's amazing.
Got to get real with the fish, or put that Taco Bell on the dish and eat it right all day, all night. Woodard, what are we talking about here? What's going on? 2019. Let's get it done.
So, Paul, what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, just as always, shout out to everybody in chat. And I know Bueller said we will all be on this show on the 4th. I would encourage everybody to also tune in to Bueller's show on the 11th, which will be titled "A Formal Apology for Last Week." And everybody check out Blaster Stash It on Sunday. We're doing the Stashies.
The Stashies.
What's a Stashie?
It's
God, you got Stashies has been. Paul, tell them Midwest. Give a little quick intro of what the Stashies are.
Is that like the Slammies?
Yeah, essentially, yes. It's we do our picks for the best artist, best writer, best series, all that fun stuff.
Do you do any picks for the following year, like
No.
Mine shit?
Fuck no.
That'd be pretty cool if you did. Like, I see a new X-Men book in the future.
What's it called? The Mustachies?
No, the Stashies.
with the panel, that'd be a pretty safe bet.
Pocan Joe, he's still trying to grow.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Pocan Joe's on that show.
Oh, there he is. He got one. The rhymes. Man.
Oh, it did rhyme, didn't it? That's awesome.
Got the rhymes, man.
Cat Mark, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
I'm just cracking up. I'm sorry.
I found the stun gun.
Gone too soon.
Yes.
Oh, we got the stun gun. There you go.
Oh,
Whoa, hey! Shit's about to get real.
Remind me not to make fun of his earbuds again. Anyway, what's going on, you guys?
So I finally have my voice back for the most part.
Yes.
So we got a bunch of videos coming out.
Oh yeah, we
Pretty
will.
excited about that.
I'm excited about that. There's a lot of editing, Caitlin.
Get used to it.
I'm a one-take wonder, Mark, and don't you say another word.
Gotta go with the editing.
I make no mistakes, Mark.
I want to ask a quick question to Mark and KATREN. Whenever y'all are KATREN, you're being filmed, you're doing your thing, you're reviewing the books, you got the looks. Mark's behind the camera, and he might say it. It's all you, KATREN. You mess up, you have a screw up. Will you tell Mark to cut it out and stuff, and then kind of keep going?
No, for the most part, whenever I tell her that she kind of messed up on something, she kind of just does it over again.
Yeah. Does the whole thing over again?
Depending.
Chad wanted predictions. My prediction is next week Mark is going to show up with a black eye saying, "I love editing videos."
Do you want to do your impression of me when I mess up on something?
Yeah, go for it. Come on.
Okay.
Look at this.
Hi, and welcome to KATREN Figures. My name is.
Oh yeah.
That's not even what I was talking about. But okay.
What are you talking about?
You know what? You got an awesome intro, and that's just freaking dedication. For the dependable whatever it is, you would go back through and do it all the way again, because you are showing the best, and you are one of DC's finest.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
DC fans, you too, Mark.
Oh.
You too. There.
Best cameraman ever.
So wait, what do you normally mess up on then?
I think the worst ones are when I mess up on the DC fans videos.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little nervousness though, because that's the big boys videos right there. Those are the big ones.
That normally takes about an hour. of just filming, trying to get it right.
To get one.
Yes, to get one.
God, I can imagine. That's wild.
That's like when we do our videos and you hear like our cats in the background or like he throws something at me. You know, it's whatever. You know, we just roll with it.
But DC fans, though.
DC fans, I get kind of mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I start to curse.
Occasionally. Mostly at me, but whatever. Not best.
Just hope those cats don't get lightsabers like the calendar.
I hope they don't get a hold of my stun gun. That's gonna hurt.
I don't know. Jean's
Oh,
kind
the
of
stun
jacked.
Oh yeah. My cat has been doing pull-ups on her tower. It's been kind of ridiculous.
She's getting jacked.
That reminds me of a story.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's hear your story.
We'll save it for another day.
Okay, I'll wait for the off airs.
All right.
Off airs.
All right.
Mm.
Anyway, before we go to Chad, who has the off button, I don't really have much going on my channel, so I won't talk about it this week. I'm just going to thank the chat for being here. We got Carlito Classico. We got Brett Hess Art in the chat, so glad you can make it. We got Poor Man's Comics, Pocan Joe, Fish Tropic, Drew Manchu, Comic G-Man, Archangel, Fish Tropic again. Wolf Blitz, he joined. What's going on, Wolf Blitz? Scott Farr, glad you could sub us up tonight. Thank you so much for that. Tacoma Comics, Comic Spectre, great legend show. Saw you there.
Hey, thank you,
And,
man.
Economics in Comics. And I'm just going to quit scrolling up because it kept getting the same. So glad all of you guys could join us tonight. So it means a lot. So thank you so much. Chad, sign us out.
Hey, that's a me thing. You're not allowed to take that from me.
Well,
Yeah.
so, hey, Paul, can you help me out on this one?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this.
Okay, no. So when I say Sting, can you put the link in the chat? Because I can't do it because of OBS anymore.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, with that being said, I want to thank everybody on the panel. I want to thank every single person in the chat, especially, where is he? Double S. We're going to throw the link up. I want you to jump in on and join the Hangout. Anybody else who wants to jump in, Economics with Comics, sick if you want to.
Oh, come on. Oh, that guy really?
Fish Tropic. Anybody that wants to join us, sub us up. Sub everybody up in the chat. Look under your chairs, whatever Jeremy used to say. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in 2019 because Sting is in the rafters.
Excelsior.
Yeah.
Did you do it, Paul? Did you do it?
Yes.
All right. See ya.